Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope your day is going well. So, there's been a latest development right now regarding Super Eagles, and this is so terrible. I don't even know how to break it to you. I don't know how to start to talk about it, but it's what's happening right now, uh, and it's the fact that the the head coach or the to be head coach, which NFF themselves actually announced, is now in the brink of actually rejecting the contract, of actually refusing to sign the contract because of the issue regarding some terms in the contract that NFF are actually giving him that he doesn't quite agree with. He and his agent, he and his representatives, they don't quite agree with these terms. And the report right now is that, he is on the brink of rejecting the deal to become Nigeria's Super Eagles head coach. And some outlets in Germany have even started publishing that Labadia has rejected the NFF role, that he has turned down the role, effectively, because the conversation with NFF had been going on for several hours. They actually announced him, if you recall, on Tuesday, which they announced it on their what's it called, on their social media everywhere, Super Eagles NFF platforms, and then it was all it was all over the news. But the thing that we didn't know was that NFF had not finalized on the personal terms and the contractual details with this man, before they actually announced him. And right now, uh, there has been a breakdown in the contract. So instead of actually traveling with the team for these two games in September, uh, we could be in these games without a coach. So there's a massive regression right now in the team, and we are obviously now going back to the previous arrangement, which is using Austin Wavon as the caretaker coach for these two games. This is such a terrible news. I don't even know how to start to talk about this. Again, this is what we've been talking about, the NFF, this current NFF sets, this current NFF's leadership. To be honest, I mean, I think we can all agree that this is by far the worst, the worst set that we've obviously seen. Uh, you know, they've not been able to really handle anything competently. Uh, Again, it just goes, it just shows on our front, it shows everywhere, not just the coaching aspect. It's actually really terrible. No wonder we are not performing well because, of course, I mean, you can't expect the team to be cruising, winning games back to back, scoring loads of goals and not conceding goals when the head is not really organized. The head is not giving the body, what it wants, the different body parts, what they want. The fact that the Nigerian Spiders are not performing up to standard is obviously what we deserve, because it's all about garbage in, garbage out. What you put in, the amount of effort that you put in determines what you're going to get as a result. It's just been the summary of how it's been with this current set of NFL. But not to rush things, of course. Even though several media have started publishing that it's been broken down, in terms of the negotiations between these two sides. Um, there's still a possibility that the NFF will still be able to convince this man to come around. But as at this moment, right now, the man reportedly turned down a contract negotiation, and in fact, the report was even that he decided to walk out of negotiation with the NFF, which means he was tired of going back and forth, with negotiations about his contract. So that's what's happening right now. So in all of this, I actually was asking myself, I was thinking, what could really be the cause of this, the cause of this contract negotiation breaking down with this manager that we have started to get ourselves used to. A lot of people have started getting used to the idea that this man could be someone that would do something nice, for the Super Eagles. And this is just when this is happening. In my head, I'm thinking that, okay, this has to be another money issue, because for me, I don't think there's any other issue that the NFF will, want to have issues with, with this man if it's not money issue. It has to be money issue. I'm not concluding, but again, this is my most obvious reason. If you ask me, if you ask my opinion, I think I think we've gone back to the whole situation of the NFF not willing to bring out the funds to make this work. Because if you remove the fund, what else could possibly be difficult to get a deal done? Right now, we are back to square one, or we are almost back to square one, and it's looking very likely because the talks between these two sides have stalled at the moment. But more updates coming on later. Maybe NFF are able to revive this conversation and get this deal, over the line, and maybe get him to reconsider and decide that he's going to come lead the guys, this September in these two games. But I'm just curious. I want to hear a reaction. What do you think could have been the reason why NFF are faltering again? Why they are, about messing this situation up right now? Let's move forward and let's talk about a little bit about Victor Osimhen. Of course, Osimhen is like the talk of town, today because today is the end of the transfer window for the EPL. And the latest regarding Victor Osimhen right now is that he has rejected Chelsea's offer to pay him over 150 to 155,000 pounds a week, which in total for a year worth up to like £8 million. But Victor Osimhen and his representative are saying no, that they reject that offer. It's not enough. It's not good enough. They are obviously holding out for some more, and they are claiming that it's not even up to what Napoli are paying Osimhen. Remember, uh, um, the initial stand by Victor Osimhen and his agent is that he's not willing to reduce a dime from what he's currently receiving at Napoli, not even a pound from what he's currently receiving at Napoli. And of course, you know what he's receiving at Napoli. He receives around 11 million euros from Napoli, and he's not willing to cut that price down. So if Chelsea are willing to match his weekly wages for Napoli, then they should be looking at brokering a deal that will see Osimhen earn at least £250,000, a week. That's when uh, he's going to maybe want to even consider and say, okay, he might decide to sign because obviously they are trying to match what he's currently receiving at Napoli. So if the disagreement between these two sides, that's Chelsea and Victor Osimhen, becomes a problem, if it lingers on, then unfortunately the inevitable is going to happen. Osimhen will probably, consider going to Saudi Arabia and accept the Al Ahly deal. That is, if the Al Ahly club has not moved forward quickly to sign Ivan Toney. Of course, they've already agreed terms with him. The transfer fee already agreed with his club side, and medical already done. So it's just a matter of time for them to get that one cross the line. Well, we'll see what happens in the next couple of hours. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one ends with Victor Osimhen. And then, of course, the Nigerian Super Eagles NFF are still in one side trying to negotiate with LABBADIA to see if it's going to come around. But they are almost messing this one up. Let me know, react to this one, and let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching this one. Smash the subscribe button and share the video, guys. Leave a like for this video. Take care of yourselves. Catch you in my next video.